Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. And in this one, we got problems right off the bat. You can see here, we got another tornado on the way. I'm very curious to see if it will follow the same trend as it did in the previous season, which was the same path over and over and over again. If that is the case, we're gonna have to do some shuffling around a little bit here because we're gonna lose some pasture. So what I did is I made this row of them over here. I'm kind of worried that I'm not gonna be able to get them done in time, but as we learned with the last tornado, we had geese before and we lost the geese. So one thing that I'm worried about is if it like hits our buffalo or our cows. I'm not so worried about the turkeys, but mainly these two, then we're gonna be losing out on leather. And we do have 2 alpacas over here, so I think we'll be okay with that. But let's just slow this down just a touch more. And I did get another batch of immigrants just a moment ago. And so those guys are working for us now. We do have 3 open, so let's get cattle, let's get buffalo, and let's get an alpaca over here. And so we have those 3 pastures ready to roll, and we can divide, and this can go here, and we can say divide, and that can go here, and we can say divide, and that can go here. So now we should have critters moving from this area all the way over here, and we'll have a couple of critters safe, hopefully, from the tornado that hits. If it goes the same path, like I said, I don't know where it's gonna hit, but it'll be here very, very soon. So let's get our shelter ready on click. I'm gonna guess it's gonna go the same path, so it's gonna originate somewhere over here. Oh, it would be cool if there was tornadoes coming. You could like see the clouds like get darker and darker. That may be a cool little effect. So here we go. Yep, here's a tornado on the bottom left. That thing's moving pretty dang quick. And winter just hit, so let's see. Well, I guess it's October, so it's really early fall, but let's see here. This guy, just keep our eyes peeled on it. It looks like it's coming up in like a almost identical path. It keeps going the same way. Yeah, so what that means is this stuff is in danger. So I'm regretting my choice to build this up here right now, depending on where this tornado goes. I think it went up this way and kind of curved up this, so this is gonna plow into everything we just finished building over here, I think. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. Oh, let's get our gathering ready. Get our people. I almost forgot. I almost missed that shelter. Run! So the path is a little bit different this time. I'm gonna try and not get the tornado sounds in there. Oh crap, we're losing people, aren't we? Oh no, a couple people got cut off and they're running straight for the tornado, so that's brilliant. And it looks like it did take a little bit of a different pathway, and it's gonna hit our new reservoir. Yep, awesome. Okay, so that's it for the tornado. It definitely, you know, sucks. We'll rebuild the marketplace right away, and then we can get our houses fixed. And it looks like we did lose a good hunk of people because I just waited too long to do the shelter, which was dumb. But too busy talking, I guess, and that's just kind of how it is sometimes. Oh, there are little people now. Funny. Anyways, yeah, so we'll get this marketplace fixed up. We didn't lose any of our buddies over here, so that's great. So that means we could flex some of these 3 people out of here. Yeah, these guys. We don't need all these guys over here yet. I think I'll leave those 3 people working for now. 3 people as our temporary workers is not the greatest thing, but it's not terrible either. At least it's something. We have been really short on a couple of things. So you can see here we're red food now. We are red in the fuel as well, and red in tools. So right here we have oh, it's a tailor. Where did I put in the blacksmith? Okay, we have this blacksmith here that's making us steel tools, and I just put one over here that's not really making anything. So I think what I'm going to do here is put another worker here, making us some steel tools because we're getting really, really low. 35 is not enough tools. Okay, this guy is nearly complete. That's great. That didn't take long at all. And we'll get these houses repaired. And I bet you that this is full. Oh, it's almost full. Wow, okay. Great. Three empty spaces. Well, that's just enough. Unfortunately, that means those people probably did not make it out of the storm. So let's see. We'll just wait for this to go, and then I guess we could rebuild some of these other non-house buildings that we have around here, like this. Ooh, that's it. That advanced black has got to get built really quickly because we need that so bad. We'll wait on those guys, and we will get this rebuilt. And oh, I had that reservoir over here. because we were red in water, and then I didn't do anything, and then it became green again. So another thing that we do have now that I didn't have since the last episode was we have some medicinal herb nursery things. Not this one, that's bad example. This one right here. So we only have one that's working right now. You can see they made about 400 in the last year, and it is green. We don't have a huge stockpile, but it is green, so that's great. It's coming along. We will have our medicinal soaps now. That's another thing that I threw in another building for, was soap. So now we should have 2 soap makers. We got one here, and we have one right over here. So this guy's making beeswax from soap from beeswax because we had a little bit of stockpile from this apiary right here. It's making some good stuff. And then the other guy's fat from the animals. So that's where our 2 sources of soap stuff is coming from. And the marketplace is done, so let's get this stuff rebuilt. Now, I had a really nice rebuild tool in the last season, but I can't remember where I got it from. It was just a click and drag. I'm figuring it was just a research thing, but I can't find where it is. But anyways, while we're here, so in the previous episode, we were talking about getting ourselves some seeds, and then that was herbal seeds, which we got, and then some reeds, and then some knitting. So we have the one technology point. We can grab our reeds right here, and this is going to unlock the reed field for us. So this is just a farm that you can have people work at, of course, that produces just reeds. Super handy to have for sure. But the issue is it has to be partly on the water. That's not a huge deal, but just something to consider. And I meant to put another one down. We'll do, oh, I can't right there. We'll go up right there. Okay, perfect. And then we'll go ahead with our dirt road, and we'll squeak it in here like so. And one more about right here. So also, we worked on entertainment and stuff in the last episode. So look at this. We have 1 yellow smiley face. So we're doing great now with our happiness in the town, which is awesome. We really, really needed it. So that's doing good now. So now we can start focusing on more industrial stuff. So that's why I think going into the reeds and knitting and all that stuff is going to be, this is now the time to do that. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why we're doing it. I noticed a couple of places around town that were kind of falling apart. I only had 1 repair person. So I put in another person here for repair, and then up here in our new little area, I put 1 more person. So we got 3 people right now working as repair people. That's good, keeping our stuff working. I'm looking at this fish here, and we only have 1 fish in reserve. If you're wondering why this fish has a little red circle and a slash through it, it's because we have banned fish in the town, and that means the citizens won't eat it, because we are using that fish to make salted fish right here. So yeah, see, we only got 2. So let's look at the production overview on our, so we can go food and we can go fish specifically. And okay, we're still in the green, but we might need to put another, oh, I didn't realize that we were 1 person short on our fish thing here. We might need to put another fishing dock in anyways, but so now we know. We need to replace that person, and we need to replace all these people that were working hard for us before the tornado hit. So we have these 3 that we're using over here. I might have to back off a couple of our researchers. Unfortunately, I did do 1 more research institute, trying to speed it up again a little bit more. I'll take a couple people from there, and this advanced blacksmith was making us iron tools, I believe. We'll do that. I'm seeing we're at the green in tools now, so that's good. But I don't know how that worked. But anyways, so this guy was our animal dung processor, and we'll make it into our timber processor now because we need it. Oh, what is this? Why is this off? Because that's what we need. But before we, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it like this. We'll do 1 and 1. I was gonna say we could just put another person in here and just keep this off, but it's built already, kind of whatever. So those houses are getting done. This is a hunting cabin. Okay, so food might be taking a small hit this couple of seasons here. Let's see what the merchant has. I don't have a ton of monies, but if we could buy something to supplement, we probably should do that. Do I need anything? It doesn't really look like I need any of this stuff. Stone tools might be good, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy some stone tools, and then we'll have a little bit more of a backlog of that, or stockpile of those. All right, we got the stone tools purchased from the merchant. I'm good to go there. A couple more things getting repaired from the tornado, and it looks like we don't have anybody replacing our repair person or our fisherman. So that, I wonder if that's our fisherman that we were just noticed is gone. So that could very well be. Yep, hearing things getting built like crazy. That's great. We need another worker. We need some more workers. We need an immigrant patch. Oh, no. Another tornado, and then immigrants, and then a merchant ship. So, and then we got a disease coming in. All right. So I'm wondering if we want to start, like, just, we might as well just even, like, cancel these, right? At this point, because if a tornado is going to rip through that same path, it's kind of pointless to repair them and then have to rebuild them again. So maybe we just focus on another spot. Like, we could go, I could go right in here. That's what I should have done. But we could, I want to mine here, so we're not going to go there. But we could do this, though. We could do 3 houses up in this corner. I don't think we'll get one to, oh, we will. So sweet, we can have 4 houses. So let's do that. We'll get 4 houses right in here. And that will take the place of, I think it was 4 houses that we had down here. 5 houses. So that'll take the places of those 4 houses, and then we'll do 1 more house somewhere in here. Take the place of the 5th house that we aren't going to be repairing. So is that going to fit right there? Oh, almost. That one little blip. It'll work here, though. Okay, that's great. Another tornado coming in. That stinks. 19 occupants here. Okay, so I'm tempted to build another boarding house. The boarding houses are very handy for these tornadoes that come in and they wipe out your town, and then there's people don't have anywhere to be and live, and they're just a good holding spot for those peeps. I might want to do that maybe like over here where we know that we haven't been gotten hit by the tornadoes. So that's a good spot. We'll put that there. I'm gonna put it in, and then if we get another batch of immigrants, we have a spot for them, and that will be all happy and good to go. This has got to be linen, because I can't make these things indestructible yet. We are a long ways away from getting there, I believe. So let's see. So we need to get to forge, and then is it here? 2 kits from the forge. Oh no, it's building kits. Pretty sure it's building kits. It's toolkits. I don't even remember. So let's see these guys right here. Material upgraded, building kits. Yes. So we need to get to building kits, and that's from the forge. Construction kits. Nope. See, I get construction kits and building kits mixed up. So anyway, somewhere in here we can get the building kits, and that will help make our buildings indestructible to the tornadoes. But I should take a moment and try and find where that is, and then we can actually start working toward it. That might be the thing to do now that we're dealing with tornadoes all the time again. So let me just take a minute, and I'll try and find it, and we'll see where we can go, and we can think about what to do next. Okay, after I thought about it for about 2 seconds, construction makes sense. You go down over here, you can get this upgrade, structural strengthen, and it will say will not be damaged, and there you go, building kits. And then here's the rebuild tool I was talking about. So it's just a click and drag that makes it easier to rebuild stuff. So we need 3 more points to get into this tree here. So now, do we do that and put our weaving on hold? We do have reeds now, so we could start the stockpile of those guys. I'm gonna turn these off. That's where a couple of my people went to that I needed. Turn one of those off. I do want to have those both running eventually here, but we need the people to run around and help fix stuff for us. The other workshop, I think you were my rough clothes person, right? We've got 5,000. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. And then hunting cabin is almost redone. So yeah, we really need to get into that indestructible building stuff, because that's just so nice. And it's kind of funny to laugh at the tornado as it goes through your town. It doesn't do anything. So you just have to be careful and get your people in the shelter before the tornado hits. Then nobody dies, and it's not a big deal, and it's just dealt with. So I'm really tempted to veer down that pathway. I really wanted to get into knitting instead, but if we're gonna start getting barraged by tornadoes like 2 a year, or 2 in 2 years, whatever it was, like that's insane. So we're gonna need to get down this way, I think. So we'll do, that's 3 points to get to here, and we need material recycling anyway pretty badly. What does this do? Demolition actions required 75%. That's good too, but it's passive, which isn't the worst thing. So yeah, I should do this. I should go in this tree, I think. Then we'll be good. But going down the tree doesn't do anything if I don't. I'm at such a dilemma right now. Doesn't do anything if I don't have the building kits. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing for sure. we'll have to go down this way a little bit more. Yeah, it's just that stinks. Either way, I think that's what we'll have to work towards. Like I said, I didn't quite want to go there because I wanted to get into weaving and stuff, but I think we'll just hold off. We have the basic happiness and health taken care of with our people. So as long as we can prevent these tornadoes from wiping everybody out, I think that's the smartest play to do next. We'll get the strengthening of the buildings done, and then we can start to progress, and then we're not just spinning our wheels, rebuilding the stuff that we've built over and over and over again. So I think that's what we'll have to do. Next, so we do need to get some more domestic fuels going though. So we're at 1500, we're getting in the red. We do have a couple extra people now. So let's try and let's do this. Let's just grind out as many as we can before this tornado hits. We'll be prepared, have a little bit of a storage up, and then this food situation. Let's put a couple of hunters in. I was thinking about doing a farm, but I was looking at this timeline. So this is like right about harvest season, right? So I think if I went hunting cabin, we'll have some more food. It's not going to be ideal. Definitely isn't going to be ideal, but I think it'll be our best choice. And look at this little guy that's floating down the river. Drift box. High quality materials drifted down the river. No one knows if the box needs opportunity or danger. Settlement needs your wise wisdom to make a decision. Send someone down to salvage it. Yes. We got 120 linen. Fishermen strove hard to salvage the box. Some raw materials have been obtained, but the risk of accidents for fishermen was also increased. Okay. Well, we got some things. Got some linen. We don't really need it. We have a ton of linen, but that's okay. You never know what it is, so it's good to check it out. And we have all those fish nets that we bought, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna just progress a little bit, and I'll bring you back right before tornado, and then we can grab those immigrants, and then we can see what the merchant ship has, and then we will see what we can do next. All right, the tornado is on the way, and I had a terrible thought. What if these immigrants come at the same time as the tornado does, and then the tornado eats the immigrants? That'd be terrible. I hope that doesn't happen. We really need those guys. So I hit the gather. I think I did it early enough this time, and oh, there goes our pastures. Oh, that sucks. So it looks like the tornado path is a little bit, oh no, is more varied than before, but yeah, this is what I was afraid of in the last tornado. It's gonna rip, oh, it's gonna go right through here, isn't it? Oh, it's just gonna barely miss our new stuff that we just built. I put in 5 more houses up here, and it looks like it's gonna be cleared out past there. Let's see, what does this other side look like? All right, we're cleared now. Just missed the shelter. Man, 2 tornadoes, that sucks. I was really thinking of turning off disasters, but I kind of feel like that's kind of lame. But what do you guys think? Should I turn off the disasters? Is it worth dealing with the tornadoes, or should I just keep dealing with them? I think if we go down this indestructible path, I think that's gonna be fine. I think it'll be okay after that. But it's a pain in the butt to have to redo all this stuff all the time. So let me know what you think. Should we turn it off to disasters or not? I think we should leave them, but we'll see. All right, our immigrants are right on time. Let's see. I'm getting to the point where I'm nervous to click any of these immigrants because I'm afraid of the disease at this point. The last couple batches have all been just people that are homeless, obviously, because they just come to the town, and no injuries. So I'm getting nervous a little bit about a big plague wave or disease hitting again, like it happened in our first playthrough. So there's just so many things that I want to research on our tree, and it's just I don't have the points to do it. I'm probably just gonna have to build a bunch more institutes and just burn through the points. All right, so let's again get this stuff repaired. Luckily, this isn't so urgent to get this stuff repaired down here because we have, well, I want the turkeys back, but we have the other alpaca, we have the cattle and the bison from before, tucked away safely over on this side of town. I also got the boarding house complete. It's wide open, so that's great. What else did we do? We have we were really low on food, so I put 3 people back in the hunting cabin, like they should have been, and 1 more in the fishing dock, so that's back up to full power. And it looks like we're gonna need some more tree farm action, so luckily we still have these guys over here, so let's do 1 more or 2 more people over there, and we are in the green with food again. I bet you we are just teetering on, yeah, it's very, very close. So I'm gonna leave the food as is. I'm gonna put our people over here into the research institutes, like we were just saying, so we have a little bit more research power happening. So that's like 3 or 4 people right there. That's pretty good. Oh, and the school needs a new teacher, so we'll have that happening. Okay, let's just go through and we will make sure that everything is back up and running that needs to be. Do that, we'll do that, and that, and we'll do that. Okay. And I'm gonna leave the corrals. Okay, so we should be okay now. I did turn these off. I could put these back on now that we know that the tornado isn't gonna do the same set path like it did the last series, last playthrough, which I don't like and I like at the same time. I like the unpredictability, but I don't like that because then I can't just build like my set path of indestructible buildings. It's gonna have to be a bunch of indestructible buildings, but that's what we gotta deal with, I guess. So we got 2 more people here working on wood. So we have 1 more tech point. Let's go ahead. We'll go into mining. We'll get the forge, and we'll get the forge started, and we'll get a couple more forges, or start getting forges. We don't have any yet. It's gonna be a minute before we can get down to these 3 things, but luckily we'll have a little bit of time, and hopefully by the time we get there, we will have enough stuff to build the kits that we need to make the buildings indestructible. So we got 1 forge there. I don't think this smelter is going to be enough anymore. I think we're going to have to put another person in here, and I think we're going to have to crank this up. We'll call it 500. We'll see how that goes. People are starving and thirsty. I'm wondering if I need to start putting extra people in my marketplaces too. We're getting to the point where it's big enough. I'm gonna put a couple people in. This guy has a lot, so we'll do that too. Okay, that'll work. Blacksmith, let's see. Tools are doing, everything is green, so that's great. So I'm just gonna leave the blacksmith for now. This was such a sad episode with all the flipping tornadoes. Let's get some blueprints going in here. Let's grab this ancient tree. And I was looking at first spot, and I don't really have a great one, but I think we'll put this guy right here. Then it's something cool you can see as the merchant comes in to town. And then we'll do a skull of a giant critter. Beast. Okay, giant beast, fine. And I think we'll do that. I don't know, we'll put it over here. It's cool. And we just need the tiers, and I'm pretty sure we have tiers. So, yeah, we do. We have at least 1, I think. 16. We're good. We're good. So, if you didn't see that episode where we talked about these before, the ancient tree symbolizes fertility will reduce the birth spacing of citizens by a small amount, and the skull of a giant beast helps us get more animal cubs during hunting. So, they're not like the super duperest things, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have any buffs going on. So we'll do that. That house is almost done. These are getting replaced. Great. Oh, do we have turkeys still? Dang it, we lost our turkeys. So yeah, that's what I was worried about. So we would have lost cattle, buffalo, and alpaca had I not made those other pastures. So if you're playing and you have disasters turned on and you only have 1 pasture of each critter, get a second pasture because you can lose them. That would be awful to lose those guys, especially when you have industry set up using the leather and fur and all that kind of stuff. So let's get these 2 buildings built up here, and we can start to plan. I think we should do a 4th area, just because this tornado over here, you know, I want to have this more spread out. Where could we do it? I like this space over on this side because I feel like it's safer. It's because it's on the other side of the bridge, or other side of the river. But I don't really know if it is. The tornado could happen anywhere. So, but the source has been the last 3 times I think has been down on this side and coming up this way. So I do want to stay away from over here, I think. And we could go up north this side a bit further, but I think I'm gonna go over here. We'll go out this way, more easterly, I think, for our next little area. And we'll do that in a couple episodes probably. Maybe next one, maybe the one after that. But I just want to wait and see these things once they're built. And so I'll bring you back once they're built and we can check them out. So give me 1 moment. All right, so here is our ancient tree. It's pretty awesome, little pink tree. I didn't even notice the little birdhouses in there before, but that's cool. I like that a lot. Nice park benches, pretty sweet, good model. And then we got our cool skull over here. Of course, it's all buried in snow, but it still looks awesome. Pretty neat. So, a couple nice little things at the end of a kind of a crappy episode with the 2 tornadoes, but I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival, and I hope you have a fantastic and amazing rest of your day, evening, or night.